Man, trucking has ruined me from ever having a regular job again. There he is. You're not used to the camera being there, huh? So what are we out here doing tonight? Right now, we're waiting on that light to turn green. We are pulled up in front of it, ready to go. Figure it's a good time to get out here and walk my dog. Ooh, let's come over here. Let's go, buddy. God, out here, I wasn't even planning, I'll tell you where trucking's ruined me. I wasn't even planning on working tonight. I was out, I guess you'd call it late this last morning, fixing a mistake. So let's see, today was Sunday morning. I was fixing a mistake that I made Friday night. For those of you who think that I got this Amazon thing pegged, man, nothing could be further than the truth. I'm still out here making rookie mistakes. I share it with you, so hopefully you can learn from it. But yeah, Friday was out working with them. My schedule was gonna be freed up at like 4 in the morning. And they dropped this honey of a load starting at 4:45. I'm not tripping out on the amount because, I mean, yeah, $90 a mile sounds cool, but it was just like 2 miles. So it was like, you know, but it was going to be a perfect way to end my night on Friday. Find a place to set this camera down so it's not so jumpy. But let's see if this will work. That'll work. So yeah, they have just this honey of a load they drop. I get dollar signs in my eyes, lose my common sense, and I book it. And I'm sitting there waiting for it to show up in my trips. It was for Saturday night, not even for Friday night. So I'm sitting there, I was out working for him Friday, wasn't planning on working for him last night. Kind of a bummer, you know, kind of put a damper. Had to have a very sober Alabama game for Saturday, which was a great game, by the way. I don't know if any of you guys are like college fans, but that's probably that Alabama-Georgia game is probably the most exciting game I've seen in the last 2 years. I'm glad my team won in the end, but I mean, it was just the ups and downs of that thing were something else. But ended up working for him last night, and then tonight, you know, where trucking has ruined me forever having another job, a regular job, would be, you know, I was sitting on my couch, like with my daughter, like, all right, you know, tomorrow's school, got to be up early, take you guys to school. The fact of the matter is my wife could take him. I was planning on taking him, but she could take him tomorrow. And we're working on a little project for her Spanish class.
¿Quieres una galleta de boda mexicana?
Sí, por favor. Es muy delicioso.
Sí.
Gracias. Had just finished it up, and Amazon calls. I got these, you know, couple little local loads, these loads that I love so much, just kind of staying here in town. So I guess I'm kind of rambling here. My point to this was, I just, you know, being able to kind of like, my life comes first in my life. And I know that sounds like a cocky, bragging thing to say. I don't mean it to sound like that. It's just like, you know, I put into a position tonight of, hey, do I feel like going out and making some money tonight? Sure, I could, you know, let's do it. And here I am. So I'm gonna take Lou for a little walk, wait for that red light to turn green, and head on down the road. Lou, did you hear it? Did you hear the click? I think our light turned green, buddy. Let's see. Oh yeah. Coming into a very foggy San 3. Waiting in this long line of trucks, it just dawned on me, there's something I do all the time, and I just do it like second nature. I figured I'd share it with you. Amazon GPS. It's hit or miss at best. But one thing it always does, whenever I'm coming down to Otay, it always instructs me to get off at Britannia. Now the problem with that is, the route that they want me to go is then go back over the freeway, get onto Otay Mesa Road, and that route has probably somewhere between 10 and 15 stoplights. Now, when I first started hauling for Amazon, I followed their direction. And one day I was looking at it, and it's like, you know, if I take the, I think it turns into the 11 at the end. It's a noisy truck going by, I'll let them go by. But if I take it all the way till it ends, and I exit Enrico Ferme Drive, yes, it's a little bit longer, but it's much more fuel efficient. Depending on what light sequence you get off, if you get off at Britannia, I mean, like I've kind of calculated it out to be somewhere between like a quarter and a third of a gallon every time I come down here. Now, if you never come down to San Diego, I forgot my phone holder today, or my camera holder today. If you never come down to San Diego, you're probably thinking, hey, that's no big deal. For somebody like me who is like always in this area, this is going to be a C+ quality video. For somebody who's always in this area, you figure if I could save a third of a gallon of fuel every time I come down here, multiplied by 400 or 500 loads a year, I mean, it's a significant saving. So my point in sharing this with you is, just because Amazon tells you to go a certain way doesn't mean you're locked into going that way. I mean, you want to be sure that it's like a truck safe way, and the way I go also is truck safe. But I mean, always look for a way to do things better. It's kind of how I discovered this little trick of my truck. Basically, a semi truck is going to get the absolute best mileage on a freeway compared to stop and go with the lights and everything like that. So just because they send you one way, don't feel committed in doing that. Always be looking for a better way to do things. All right, just grabbed that arrival successfully detected. Let's see where they want us to put this. The Bulldog just woke up. He came up here to see what's going on. He got out of bed. Who's a good boy. Let's see if anybody's going to talk to us, or if they're just going to tell us where they want it.
All right, so at the moment we are gridlocked.
Okay.
You can contact ROC and see if they can redirect you
Okay.
to a different facility.
Okay. All right, I will do it.
All right, thank you so much. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you too. Man, you start hearing terms like redirect, gridlocked, shutting the yard down for weather. Your night's getting ready to take a turn for sure. Fortunately, I'm at Sand 3. I have friends here. I've done the Hostler gig down here. I know a few people. I'm just like, you know, they wanted me to call ROC. The problem with that is I have another load booked at 2 o'clock, and that call to ROC and them redirecting me somewhere is going to take forever. So I kind of made a deal with them. I'm like, listen, can I leave this trailer here? I suspect they're going to redirect me to Sand 5, which is across the street. The problem is taking care of all that stuff. Kind of, I don't want to say like I pulled a fast one. I kind of said like, hey, you know, is there any chance? I did find a spot to leave this trailer in. I'm glad I'm at a place where I know people. I don't know if I could pull this off at like a place where they didn't know me, but anyway, just ask them if I could just find any empty spot here to leave it so that I can still make it to Dib 5. I'm due there at 2 o'clock. It's 1:25 now, but this is one of those classic examples. I tell people all the time, like, oh, just wait. Amazon's gonna mess you up. Just wait. This is one of those nights where, okay, it's foggy. They're talking about shutting the yard down. The yard's gridlocked. They're talking about redirecting me. I did everything right by putting, you know, 45 minutes between these two loads, having ample time. Is it my fault at all that this first one ran over? I mean, I accept no responsibility in that, but, you know, Amazon's stance, their official stance on this is you can't use a prior Amazon load as an excuse for being late to a subsequent Amazon load, which I think is absolute crap. Now here's the thing, I don't have to agree with it, I have to abide by it. And so, you know, they kind of put you into this situation where it's like, do I want my grade to slip tonight because of factors out of my control? Or do I want to try to do everything within my power to make this load happen to get to this next spot? So what I'm doing right now, checking out a Sand 5, checking out a Sand 3. It's still foggy as all get up. I'll definitely be out of here, and then according to this, I'll be to Dib 5 by 1:40. So I'm fully confident I can make it, but now I need to come back here, which I think the Dib 5 one ends here anyway. I gotta come back here and figure out what to do with this trailer. I'll worry about all the redirect stuff later. I just want my on times to continue to be on time, but kind of some stressful stuff. I hate it when stuff like this happens, but the thing is like kind of knowing what to do and anticipating like what's next. Tonight's full of interesting stuff. Am I getting ready to hook on red? Yes, I am. There he is. Lou, I'll be right back. You be a good boy. All right, so what happened here? Because they had a box truck here last, these 53-foot trailers have a little bar that comes out from them and attaches it to the building. So if you were to pull on a red, you probably end up on Bonehead Truckers, probably make it on a couple TikToks. What had happened is this little hook right here. This guy, when box trucks come up here, that little hook that's attached to the back of this trailer kind of disengages. So there was a box truck here last time. They didn't reset the mechanism. And so whoever put this trailer here, it wasn't their fault. Whoever put the trailer here didn't realize that mechanism wasn't in place and there wasn't a way for them to get inside of it on the inside. What they asked me to do was to pull it on a red, which you never do. And I triple asked him. I said, so just to be clear, I'm getting ready to pull this trailer out on a red. He's like, absolutely, absolutely. So would I ever do that on my own? No, but him asking me to do that. So what I just did, I pulled the trailer out. They kind of re-engaged the mechanism. When the trailer hit it, they were able to engage it to lock it to the building, which is what they need for the people inside to be able to access the trailer. Even though there's no truck here, I guess they're technically not allowed to go inside the trailer unless that arm is in place. So pulled it out, reset it. That's when you saw the light turn green, backed it up, and then they re-engaged it and it turned red. And I'm waiting for them to take out whatever's inside it. He said there's like 4 pallets, so it shouldn't take long. And this is the empty I'm taking back down. All right, they let me into the building. Went in there, got a beverage. Sure to keep that receipt. Don't want loss prevention stopping me saying it is a unique little situation. Reminded me of a dorm room in there. Very much pool tables, ping pong tables, foosball tables. But what they've done while I was inside there was they unloaded it. I got a green light, so glad I could help them out. And they actually, without this, they wouldn't have, this is their only empty. So we're got a green light, gonna hook up to it and get it back down to Otay. Man, this is where we're hanging this one up tonight. Funny, Amazon just called me. They're like, hey, we've got another load coming out of San Diego. Are you interested in it? Absolutely not. You know, given the as the song go, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. I'm beyond walking away. I'm at the point of running away at this point. Having the, it's funny, I just got hooked up to the trailer still at Dib 5 in their parking lot. I'm taking this trailer back to San 3. There's no guarantee on what's going to happen. I was there 20 minutes ago. They were gridlocked, they were redirecting, and they were talking about shutting the yard down due to the fog. And, you know, these are all things that, yeah, and I was cordial with the person on the phone when I told him no, but I'm just like, listen, you got too much stuff going on in San Diego right now. You got the weather, you got a major site, San 3, that's gridlocked and redirecting people. And I'm out, and it's kind of, you know, they kind of like make you feel like you disappointed them. It's like, you gotta, I know that my message to that person isn't gonna make it to the powers that be that make up this stuff, but it's like they've got to come up with a better way of grading us, because all these little things that I have no control over, the weather, San 3 being backed up, those are all things that are gonna like fall onto you. And I'm kind of glad you get to see them in a video like this, because it's like you'll start to see little patterns like this, and it's like I don't want to work at all. I mean, I looked at my drive clock. I still have like 9 hours and 40 minutes left drive time. I don't even care about it. I'm just going to come out tonight, do these 2 loads. I got to go back down to San 3 and figure out what's going on with that trailer I left there, and if they're really going to redirect me. I suspect they're going to redirect me for this one, but long story short, you start hearing gridlocked redirects, to choosing to work in that environment, to continue to accept new work, you're just putting yourself, your grade, your earning potential at risk. So I'm calling it quits tonight. Quick little night out here driving, gonna head back home and you know, take Lou for a walk. He's back in bed again, looking at me. Hey, buddy. But as always, I hope this video serves you well. Appreciate you for watching. Take care.